So when you open up Arc Pro, you get faced with this window and quite a lot of options. Once it sets up. So if you're creating a new project, you can select from these blank templates. So if we selected a blank map template, it will automatically create what it calls a project in a new folder. So that differs a little bit from ArcMap, because in Arc Pro it will automatically set you up with a folder and a geodatabase, and then any of the output data sets that you make in that project will automatically get saved into that geodatabase. So it tries to organize things in terms of all your outputs in a bit of a more structured setup. So I'll just set up a test project at the moment and open that up. So this is what it looks like when you open it up, and over here you've got well, you've got the catalog pane, and if you expand this databases icon, you'll see that it's created this geodatabase specifically for this project. So that's all done automatically for you. You don't have to set that up yourself. Ellie mentioned that she was having trouble with the speed of Pro, and there are a couple of things that you can do right at the beginning to try and help that. So if you were to go up to this project tab here and go to options, and then in the display settings, you've got this rendering quality that you can sort of slide up from high to low. So I've got it set at medium, but if you're having trouble with the speed, that's one of the things that you can try. Another option is what's really good about Pro is that you can access a lot of the online data sets from within this catalog. So I've signed in, which means that I've got access to all of the data sets from the Rivers Trust organization, but I can also access my groups. So I've got the CAVA dataset online groups in here that I can just search for as I would any other data set. You can also search on the whole of ArcGIS Online. So for this example, I'm just going to have a look for the Loon catchment boundary. I know that Josh has put this up already. So you can just drag that into your map directly from the portal. So it gives you a lot of access to data sets that you can just drag and drop in. There's a transformation warning that's popped up that Lucy's going to cover a little bit later on. I'm just going to X out that for the time being. And we'll change this symbology so we don't have a big purple mess over the loon. To help speed it up, so you're not having to load all of the base layer outside of the catchment that you're interested in, you can just right click on the map in your contents pane, go to properties, and then you can click the layers, and you can choose the outline of one of your features. So whatever feature you've got loaded in your map, I'm going to choose our loon boundary and click apply and OK. And then all of the data that you have in this map will be clipped to the outline of your catchment. So you're not wasting computing power, for example, adding a base map of the whole of the rest of the world, because you're only interested in one specific area. So that's a couple of things that you can do just to hopefully help speed up Pro when you're using it. Another thing that you can do is just check the spec of the computer that you're using, because Arc Pro is a lot more demanding in terms of the the computer that you need to use it, there's a website called System Requirements Lab. I'll put it in the chat for the link. But essentially, you can just go onto that and it will run a check on your laptop or computer and tell you how that compares to the minimum and recommended specs of Pro. So that might help show you that there's a specific thing that that your laptop or computer isn't quite so good at. I'll put that in the chat in a second. So that's kind of initial setup of Pro. I don't know if anybody's got any questions about that first step. If not, we can hand over to Lucy and she'll show you how to add some more data.